All right, guys, welcome back to Grail Talk. This is episode 9. Today, we've got all the co-hosts. We got Baz from @TUNEDBAZ on Instagram. We got Brendo from @BRENSHIDDENTREASURES. You got myself, Tom from SEBZVAULT over on Instagram. And today, we have a very special guest. We have Dante from @CREPSONDECKAU at Instagram, formerly known as your Asics dealer. What is going on, boys? How are we feeling tonight?
Good. Very, very good. How about you, Tom?
I'm chilling, man. I'm wrapped for this. Been definitely pushing to get Dante on the podcast to have a yarn with him because if you're in the scene, you know how big he is, and if you're not, you're going to find out tonight. So,
thank you, boys.
Dante,
appreciate it.
Oh, that's all right.
Anytime, man. So, Dante, do you kind of want to tell us who you are, what you are in the community? You know, what's your role?
Yeah, bro. So I just maybe 3 years ago, sort of got into Asics pretty heavy. And started up a page. Page went really well, and you'll find out what happened to it in the episode.
Man.
I don't know. I just feel like I helped bring Asics, like especially the older pairs, along with a couple of other boys up to the surface, and now that everyone's looking for him, everyone's going crazy for him. So, man,
definitely one of the biggest influences in the Asics scene. Really put the whole scene on his back and brought it to where it is today. So, before we start getting into some of that, let's just start it off with our Grails of the week. Baz, do you want to kick it off?
Yeah, fucking oath. My Grail of the week would be Melbourne Kicks. Drop those, what are they again? Here we are. Nimbus 16 Passion Prisms. Fucking crazy pair. Super, super loud. I love me pairs that are either really like quiet or really loud. Like there's no in between.
Yeah.
They're crazy. Really sick how they got like that oil slick look to them. Tough,
yeah, I've never seen those before, but pulled out a woman's 10 in them, dead stock with tags, I believe. That was a proper pair that I saw this week. So huge shout out to Melbourne Kicks, 100%. Brendo, what have you got?
So we got. Wait a second. Sorry, lads. Sorry. I always do this myself. I got his Instagram up before, and now it's fucking gone. Always fucking do it. It's on Nike Tan for life. Fucking voice cracking a half. We're going to you, Dante, because I completely lost this guy's Instagram. So sorry, boys.
No, that's all good.
What is your Grail of the week?
Man, I think it was from Melbourne Kicks as well. I saw him put up the white 20s, the two pairs of them.
The on foot, the one to stock, one to rock.
Yeah, bro. I wonder what size they are.
No. I think they're a 10. They could be a 10.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a couple of 10s pop around.
Yeah. I think there's a bit of a misconception with that pair. I'm pretty confident they only came out in a women's release. So I've seen some of the men's pairs, and they haven't been real. So I don't know if they actually came out in men's sizing or if all the pairs came out in the women's. So that's something to look out for if you're going to grab a pair.
Yeah, I'm under the same umbrella there. I 100% thought they were only women's sizing. So yeah, definitely a good eye to watch out for. Any men's sizes in those Snow White 20s. Just be careful and do your research.
Yeah, I think another thing as well to have a look at is the laces as well. The women's pair actually came out with, I'm pretty sure they were just all white laces, where some of the fakes have the white and then like the grey outline.
Oh, so okay.
That's something to look out for as well. Yeah.
Right, fucking oath. I honestly didn't know that. So that's some serious knowledge right there already. Anyone listening to this, you need to research into your pairs like we spoke about last week.
And definitely. There's a lot of fakes going on, and you just got to make sure all your pairs are, if you're paying for them, you want them to be proper. So
100%.
I'd even get them legit checked by people with better knowledge.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my Grail of the week, it actually went to Nike TN for Life. Honestly, was a crazy set. The Kayano 18, Onyx, Black, and Lime. Dead stock with tags, OG box, men's 10. I never seen them before, so I had to give it a massive shout out. He always brings the best. So huge shout to him and that pair. Brendo,
Oh,
what was
wow.
yours,
That's all
man?
them, eh?
Yeah,
Right.
they were crazy.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's on the same account. I think it's on Nike 10 for Life, and there were posts on the 18th of November. Not so much the Grail of the week, but I was having to scroll through his account yesterday, and I absolutely love those K20 swarms, the pink set. There were a women's 11. They were going for like 1.2K or something. Pink and black set of K20s. I think they're called swarms. I'm trying to find his account now. Hey Tom, can you actually send me his account so I'm correct in saying this? If that's all right.
I actually can't find his account either.
Yeah, it's because he took the eye out of it.
Right, on Nike or
Yeah.
Life?
On Nike.
yeah. Now I see it, eh?
Oh,
Yeah, bang.
they've got the neoprene upper, I'm pretty sure, as well. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the pair.
So
Yeah,
so
they're a
it's got
nuts
the,
pair. Crazy,
so it's got
bro.
the pink veins, and then it's got this. It looks. I don't know if it looks like a leopard print, butterfly print. It's just got this insane print on it. It's fucking crazy.
Bro,
Yeah,
attention
crazy
to
set.
detail on that pair is unbelievable. So definite shout for a Grail. And I love the
Yeah.
grey tongue on it. It doesn't show in the picture, but when it's like front on, the grey tongue makes it look so good.
Yeah, they're a nuts pair. Pretty needle in a haystack type pair, you know, you don't really see a lot of them. Really crazy pair.
No way. So yeah, Nike TN for Life and Melbourne Kicks, they got all four this week. So big
Carried it
shout
this
out
week.
to both of those accounts. Honestly, pumping out heat all the fucking time. So always be on the lookout. But today it's all about Dante from Creps on Deck. So first of all, I want to kick it off and ask, what made you decide to start selling shoes and start your journey in the Australian Air Max Plus and Asics community?
Oh, man. I've been into them, like, since the old TN Talk days. So, like, I don't know what it was, 2016. Like, back in those days, I was always scrolling through Facebook and, like, just trying to understand, the concepts between, like, Fiats and, like, it wasn't as much of a thing, like, in the early days. But, like, I saw people were making, a bit of coin from it, and I was like, well, may as well, get in on it. And, try sell a pair here, pair there. If it starts making a little bit of money or whatever, then we'll just keep it going. And yeah, man, like that's just how I started, man. It's like, well, if I can make $20, then yeah,
Easy money. Easy money.
It's cool to have a lot of shoes at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
For sure.
And that's the thing. Like everyone, starts from the humble beginnings. You just want to make a little bit of coin, and you just love having those kicks around, and then it just snowballs into something really that can be taken as a job. And it's. I always found this for myself. I always find it's like a challenge to try and post a pair better than your last.
Pushing yourself.
Yeah, man. Always looking for something better and something that, screams out to customers, screams out to the community that, puts your account on the map.
Yeah.
I know, like,
puts it out there.
With Brendo and I, it kind of all just started off with, like, just getting rid of stuff that we had just to get in new stuff, because at the time we didn't have a whole lot of money for ourselves. But it just came from, like, flipping pairs that we had because we wanted new pairs.
Yeah.
That's all came from.
Very similar. I used to just, sell new shit that you just get from DFO to start with. And then, you start getting into it more. You start looking a bit deeper and, finding better pairs. And then you start to create your own collection.
Yeah.
Which is always, a massive trophy to have. So, yeah, I definitely would say I'm in the similar boat.
It's crazy, but it's real crazy how from where you started to how you are now. Though it's really like you look back at it, and I look back at it a lot. And Baz and I, we used to run the same page at one stage, and we were selling beat as commandos, beat as 90s, and now we're selling bloody Kinseys, fucking knits, you name it. We sell it really all of it now, and fucking it's crazy how far we've become, and it's always good to look back and go, fuck man, I was this little pube in a fucking huge forest sort of thing, and then now we're out there sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's a crazy analogy, but like it's so
Yeah,
true.
that's a crazy analogy.
It's fucking,
That's a
it's
good
so
one, mate.
true.
Fuck
Yeah, because I feel, I don't know if you lads feel this, but like sometimes, like where I am now, I kind of, when I see new accounts pop up, you know, you can tell, oh, this one looks good, it could last. Or you see this one, it's like, this one looks a bit chat, you know, like hat reseller 1, 2, 3. And
Yeah, bro.
and you know,
No
we were
shit.
all in that boat at one point. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's always a good laugh.
Yeah,
Fuck,
it is.
man, no doubt at all. I remember like starting off, it was like I had no idea, I had no experience running an Instagram page. Like this was like all foreign territory, so it was like, yeah, it was crazy the way that like the roller coaster ride that it was, and yeah,
Bro, the
Absolutely
funniest
wild.
thing I find is when you look back in your page and you see the way you used to take your pictures.
yeah, bro,
Yeah.
that's
It's like
wild.
pictures sell. Good pictures sell your
Oh,
your pics,
100%.
bro. But like,
100%.
bro, back in the day, my pictures were so chat.
In your room type shit, like you wouldn't even go outside. You're like, yeah, I'll just set up a Nike box or an Asics box here, and I'll just get them on a nice angle, get nice and low, you know. And like you'd use like lighting from your roof and shit.
Bro, if you scroll far enough back on my page, it's literally the shoes on an A3 piece of paper that's been like stuck up against the wall to try and give it like a backdrop, and it looks so bad. It's terrible.
I'm looking
It's
at
cool
this.
how we all
I'm looking at this.
we all came from something, but like how came from like just, you know, selling shoes and shit, and like you said, how we all started like we're just doing dumb shit, and it's so fresh to see how like we've all come to sell shoes and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's a legitimate community now.
Yeah,
Yeah. I remember when I was starting off, I was like, I copped a pair of like what do they call them, lollipop 21s, or
Yeah,
the multicolour pair,
Yeah.
paddle pops, those ones.
Paddle
Yeah, I
pops.
remember I've copped a women's 12 for like, it would have been around $160, right? And I was like, oh, if I can get like $200 for these, like I might just buy another pair and see if it happens again. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And you know,
Yeah.
sure enough, like someone jumps on them, and you know, people were like, "Oh, like what are these? I've never seen them before." And I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, there's actually like people are going a little bit. Like you had some people that were like skeptical, and you know, some people like, "Oh, this is actually like really really nice." Because there's a lot of the TN heads that were like looking into Asics, but weren't sure if they wanted to make that sort of like transition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like one of the first pairs I ever got my hands on.
I could
That's what it was.
pretty confidently say now, but like Asics is getting real close to how like the old TN scene used to be. Like real close.
Like, yeah, well, like the thing is, like, it's similar in the respect of all those rare pairs. You know, like if you got dead stock, like you know Tiffany's Gumballs or whatever, like they're gonna move straight away, and people are putting like crazy prices on them. People are happy to pay it. You know what I mean? In that respect, it's similar, and like people are always looking for that pair.
Yeah, man. I feel like the Asics wave, it's kind of it's like the rebirth of TNs, because you know the TNs have definitely dropped off. I mean, if you don't see that, you've been living under a rock. You know, all love to all the TN community, but I feel like the Asics is the rebirth of an OG TN scene.
Oh, in terms of like the newer
100%.
pairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? There's one or two pairs of TNs that I rate that I got for myself that are recent, but apart from that, like, yeah, there's not much happening.
Dante, and what are those two pairs that you personally wear?
Like recent pairs, I've got a couple of pairs of the TN2s that like they didn't really they weren't really big in Australia, but man, like I got a blue pair, and I got like this. I don't even know how to explain. It's like a beige with like the green wave. I don't know how to explain it.
And it's got like a brownish vein.
Yeah, brownish upper with the greenish vein.
Yeah,
goes to,
yeah.
That pair.
I know those pairs. They're mad.
They're unbelievable. Like quality wise, comfort, shape, love them. Couple of pairs of the TN3s. And I just got those. Do you know those blue shatter? The new ones?
Yeah, the glass shatters. We've been talking about them for the last couple of weeks, man. They were
Heavy
insane.
pair. Heavy pair.
They're tough, man. Like I had to get myself a pair, and I'm definitely not the first person to be copying new pairs. So we got them, and
if that says anything, I mean, I was skeptical when seeing the pictures, but today I went down and actually saw them in hand and in real life, and honestly, it's probably one of the best releases this year. And I can completely agree with Brendo in saying that they're one of the pairs you just got to get.
Yeah.
No doubt,
100%. How are the TN3s though, Tom? How are they in hand? Because I haven't seen it.
The TN3s in hand, I didn't really like it at all because the veins on the TN3s, they've kept it clear, and it looks like it's just going to yellow really quickly, to be honest. And it just doesn't. I just don't think they should have even tried to put that colorway on the TN3 model.
Yeah,
but that's my own personal opinion. So, and they don't even have the blue one; they have the grey one.
I find out with the TN3s, they started off real good. Good. All those
killed it.
Oh yeah, all those new TN3s that came out when they did come out, fuck man, they were going hard. They went real hard, and then they slowly just on that decline. You never know, could come back up.
The blue fade with that green tick. I forgot what the name of them is.
Aquas? Are they aquas?
Yeah,
or are you talking about the lace blues?
Yeah, they're nice.
Both of them, man. Like both of them are like proper, like premium pairs. Like in terms of colorways. I don't know. I feel like those the aquas were like stepped on a bit when they got released. Like people, because they sat for ages, man.
Yeah, they did.
You know what I mean? Like they sat for like at least a month or two.
I think they're a nice, like aesthetically nicer pair than the blue lasers. Honestly, I think they're heaps nicer.
100% Baz. It's just because of the hype behind the laser blues.
Yeah,
that's why. See, the aquas they sat on the shelves for ages and ages, and then they now resell for $350, $400. And you look at the laser blues, they flew off the shelves straight away. They got sold out instantly, and they're selling for $450, $500. You know, just $100 profit margin sort of thing. It's just because of the hype behind them. It's all because of the hype.
My favorite TN3's got to still be the Japaneses. I love.
Oh yeah.
Tough.
Oh yeah.
Even my old man, when he saw him, he's like, "I got to get them off you." And he still got them. He still rocks them around. It's fresh.
And he loves his Samoan camos as well.
Oh man, they are fucked, bro. He does so much shit in them, bro. He used to go to work in them. Bloody mow the lawns, man. He does heaps of shit. They're so cave, but now they crumble everywhere. But it's fresh. I rate it. Looks sick.
Even going back to the different TN3 colorways, I still highly rate the Tigers and the Hyper Blues. I think they should start doing that with different models like TN7s when they come out. You know, just mix and match them around. You know, don't leave them just to the TNs. You know, put them to different colorways and that. I think that would be a huge killer. Even though they're quite underrated, they don't resell for that much compared to Aquas and compared to the laser blues. They don't sell too much. Yeah, but they're definitely a killer pair in hand. They killed that vein fade. I prefer the TN3s over the actual new release retros of the Tigers and Hyper Blues.
It'd be cool to see like the retro colorway on a TN2. I think that could really change my opinion on them on the TN2s.
Yeah, a TN2 with the Hyper Blue and then maybe the Tiger. I definitely would like to see that. I'm not sure if it would work great, but it would be definitely a good experiment for Nike to try out.
Yeah, I'm a massive sucker for Hyper Blues. Like, they're the only Viet tan I've got left, and I love them. I beat them to shit. They're my favourite pair, and honestly, I'll buy another pair after. And I've been looking for that eBay steel, 2013 Tigers. That's what I've been keeping my eyes out. I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend $5-ish. I want to just wait till a nice pair pops up, and I'll snag them up. So I'm a massive sucker for those two. I love them.
Man, like I'm looking now, and I think it was Easy Tuned or Tracksuit or Ray posted a pair of those TN2s, and it's the black veins, goes into an orange fade, orange tick with the black outline, and then they're sitting on Foot Locker, right, for $200, and the retail is $270. I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, that's gonna be a fucking killer colorway.
Yeah.
It's a killer colorway now, but like in 5 years' time, everyone will be like, they're fucking sick, bro. But everyone's sleeping on them. They're a fucking killer colorway. Killer.
Yeah, it's all about hindsight.
I've actually got a pair of those as well, like for Perso.
Yeah.
They're off chops, man. Like, so easy to wear, and they look like they're so tough.
Yeah, you match them with literally anything as well, because they're that darker base colorway. Yeah, they got a bit of light in there, but you can still play around with that if you want to, match your fit to your kicks.
Yeah,
it's still heaps of room. Still heaps of room.
If you're gonna figure out whether you want to wear TN2s or not, like, dead set, get a pair of those. Like, you can't go wrong for $200, man. Like, when you're gonna get them from like UK and stuff like that, you're gonna be paying for shipping and whatnot for like the other colorway. So yeah, I'll definitely jump on those whilst you can get them.
Yeah, just get on it while you can. Definitely going to be one to look out for in the future. People are going to be, saying, I wish back in 2021 we grabbed them. But, we're here first, Grail Talk. We're here to let you know there's a future Grail over the horizon.
100%. I back that with 100% on me. It would definitely be a future Grail.
There's one pair that Full Locker released, which I'm actually hurt I didn't get. They released a white pair with a gold to blue fade. And
really?
I think yeah, man. Like, it's a full white upper, and then it's like a gold to blue on the veins. And this was like before I got my first pair of the newer release 2s, and I was a bit like, I don't know if I want to grab them, whatever. Now that I've got a couple in hand, man, like, I can't find them for like retail. So
yeah, they're called University Golds, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that pair.
Yep.
Off tops.
Yeah, they're fucking hectic.
Yeah. If anyone finds me a pair or finds a pair, let me know, US 10.
You know what it is? It's a Grail Talk. It's a Grail Talk where to buy every single time.
I wouldn't mind a pair of the black, because like I said, I love me darker base colours, because a lot of the clothes I wear are usually pretty dark. I wouldn't mind a pair of the black and white 2s. I'm looking at them now. I reckon they're pretty cool. Pretty cool pair. I like how they kind of remind me of like Oreo 360s. They're like they got that greyish scheme to them with a bit of white, bit of black. They're cool. Cool pair.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask. So obviously we've got Mr. Dante from Creps on Deck here today, but some of you may know, if you've stuck around, you may know that he was formerly known as your Asics dealer. Now, I want to kind of get into this because it's important. It's a very important part of your journey, I'm sure. And I wanted to ask, like, when you lost your account, sort of what was your mindset like? What was the feeling? And what was the motivation that made you want to rebuild into Creps on Deck?
Oh yeah. Well, essentially, like, how it went down was, I honest to God, I woke up one morning and it's like, you wake up, check Instagram, whatever. Go to my Instagram and it says that I've been logged out of my account. I was like, all right, you play it off cool. You're like, yeah, it's going to be nothing, whatever. And like, for the guys that don't know that are listening, it was at like, around 13K followers.
Yeah, it wasn't just a little account. Like, this was the account that he was talking about. He's been growing since the start of his journey. He had nearly 14,000. Like he had a big follower base, and they were very active too. Very active customer base that would, look towards your Asics dealer. So, definitely a huge account to be lost.
Yeah. So I woke up and it said that I'd been logged out, and I was like, all right, let me try log back in. And then it said like you'd been temporarily like banned or whatever it was from Insta.
Right.
I was trying to figure out what was going on. Obviously, I didn't know what was going on, and lo and behold, the account's gone. Right.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. Sitting on like a few pairs, and you don't have a platform to sell anything. So, I figured it was probably the best idea. Just I'm not going to be stuck with 400 plus pairs of shoes at home. I'm gonna try sell them again. So I reached out to my old clients who I had like addresses and stuff like that, and I actually sent around like a little postcard, and I just said that we were formerly known as your Asics dealer, and we've rebranded with a new page as Creps on Deck.
Wow. That's crazy, man. That's bro, that's some serious fucking customer loyalty right there. That's amazing.
Yeah. Man, like I went. So ran through that. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, ran through that, and now we're at where we're at. It's just it's never easy when something you've been working for a year and a half, 2 years towards is taken away overnight. But I guess you learn from your mistakes and hope no one else makes the same ones. All right.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good to see that you got back and rebuilt the page and got back into it. Because I remember the day that you lost your account, I got a message from Zane over at Kicks from the Area. He shot me a message saying, look, bro, your Asics dealer has just gotten shut down, and your account has the word Asics in it, and you're going to need to change it, otherwise you're going to be next to lose it. And I was like, what? I was very shocked. I was like, you're kidding. So I actually went and looked. Your account was gone, and I was like, this is serious shit. Like, no joke. So I changed it around, and I've always I didn't lose my account, which was very lucky, but someone in your position to lose the account, like, how did it make you feel, like, realizing it was gone?
Yeah, it was surreal, man. Because when before I used to look at the pairs and it was like, well, you think, all right, these are not going to be the hardest pairs to shift if you've got, that base of customers and people you've spoken to regularly, and you've done a lot to uphold, the page name and stuff like that. But then having that gone, it didn't really hit me until you start trying to sell again.
Yeah. That's the killer. That's the killer.
That's right, man.
I noticed that you went with the approach, because I know that when you start up a new account, you build into your price point. And when you start from the scratch, you got to start selling from scratch, you got to be selling the cheapest pairs.
Yeah.
And it's I'm sure it felt like, why do I have to sell it so cheap? Where I used to have all this cred, and it would have been tough, man.
Very disheartening. Very disheartening.
Yeah, of course. Well, it's crazy to think that Instagram's willing to take away, a page just like that without any, you didn't get an email, you didn't get anyone contact you. You wake up and it's gone. I think that was the worst part about it, and that's why it didn't really settle in until you start making a new page, and you're like, well, I got 0 followers again, and where's my customer base gone? And but I'm very grateful, man. A lot of the boys in the community shouted me out, and
100%.
they helped me out so much. They helped kickstart the page again, so I'll forever be grateful for that. So man.
It's crazy. It's crazy that all the boys got around your page, and it was awesome to see that. But Bro, I just can't even comprehend because I always wondered it because I wasn't sure like how to ask or whatever, but I always wondered if they gave you any warning because it's not like your page was a little page, you know. It had over 10,000 followers, and that's a page of, you know, some volume, and no warning at all. It's just so hard to comprehend.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty wild. Yeah.
That's a shit thing, but like they can do that to someone that's like, it's someone's business, you know, like someone works hard for what they do. And then you go onto like big pages like World Star and stuff, and you just see so many fucking bots in the comments. Like just bots everywhere, just saying like, click the link in my bio and all this stuff. But they don't get rid of them, but they get rid of someone that's actually worked to be where they're at the moment. That's a shit thing.
Well, like when you think about it, right? You look at all the Nike pages, like, you know, with Nike in the name or Air Max or whatever, and all those pages still remain, right?
Yes. No page. There was not one page that had Nike in it that got taken down, Air Max or Tuned. No, none of that. No. It was only Asics related pages.
Asics, yeah, man. I think, honest to God, I think it was just Asics, like, going straight to Instagram and being like, you need to get rid of this page, this page, this page. They're using our name to promote their own, you know, products or like their own business. Go. Yeah.
But see, that's where it's a catch-22 because pages like yourself, you know, your Asics dealer, the Asics scene that it is now wouldn't be established the way that it is without a page like yours, you know? So it's very... I understand that, you know, Asics probably want to get rid of a lot of the pages due to, you know, not wanting to lose business. But at the same time, there's a completely different market that rep Asics and that wear Asics that would never be here if it wasn't for pages like yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure, bro, for sure.
I don't think they care, man. Like realistically, it's all about, you know, getting more people to buy new pairs, and if that means stopping people that are selling, you know, older pairs, to do that, I mean, that's just the means that they're gonna take, aren't they?
Yeah, it's all about the dollars for them, but you know, it was definitely sad to see. But you know, you've come back in the form of Creps on Deck. So what are the future plans for the Creps on Deck page?
Creps on Deck. Well, I've been thinking about rebranding the page for a little bit, but I think that's just going to be with time. Once the page, you know, it's got a bit of traction now. Once it, you know, progresses, yeah, I think we're just going to go down the road of, you know, website, you know, introduce Afterpay, for the older pairs as well. And still trying to figure out because most of these pairs, you know, because they're older, they're going to be worn. Like how to do that in the form of a website and explain to people that no, these aren't brand new. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna go down that avenue. And yeah, man, I'm just gonna enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah, I 100% see, because I when I shifted towards the website side of things, yeah, definitely was one of the tough, you know, trying to let go of the old used pairs or how to incorporate into a website. And I'd like to give a massive shout out to Paulie Sells. He does it so well. His website always displays, you know, whether it's worn or not. And, you know, he's definitely done one of the better things when it comes to selling worn pairs through a website. So, yeah, it can be done, but you don't see it often.
Yeah, you just got to make sure you do it right, man. You don't want people to be confused and be like, well, you know, it's a website. I thought these were new, and, you know, try to disclaim that all, like with the post and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people they don't like to read the description, and then when they go to buy it and then they get it in hand, they get a bit discouraged, and that's it. It would be a lot harder to, you know, explain that via a website than on Instagram or Facebook or any sort of selling platform like that. So yeah, definitely something to consider. But it's exciting, all exciting news for Creps on Deck. It's all up and up.
Cheers, bro. I appreciate it. It's got to keep positive.
I'd like to get into a bit of how Afterpay works. I know it obviously would do with credit score and stuff, but like how does it work? If you fellas got a wrap around it.
I wouldn't have a clue.
I have Lay-By on my website. So the way it works is when you link your card to your Lay-By account, it does check your credit score and it does check that you have the available funds. If you don't have the full available funds like in your credit score, then it won't let you start the process of buying it, really. And it just kind of gives a bit of a safety net if someone were to, buy it and pay for the first installment and then try and, cut all connections away from it.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking with Afterpay. Is it you put down a certain amount and then you get the shoes, or is it you got to fully pay it off?
No, you get the shoes straight away. So as soon as you do your first payment, you'll get the shoes, but your card will be connected to it and you won't be able to take it off or anything like that.
Shit.
It eliminates a lot of the dodgy shit that happens within payment plans and that. So it is good, but yeah, you do if you want to go down that road, you're going to have the available funds.
Yeah, that's good. That's good then. Because I was thinking, there's people who will always try and make a way out of something, doing some shifty shit like that, putting down a certain amount and then with the Afterpay getting the shoes. But I guess with the shit we have nowadays, it'd be pretty hard to do that because obviously massive companies are doing it. You go into a store and you see on the sign, debit, all this stuff, Afterpay, etc.
Yeah,
so, it's pretty cool though. It's cool how that shit works.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So, Brendo, did you want to hit it with the next topic for Dante?
Yeah, so going back to when you first started, getting into kicks and wearing Asics and tans, what led into that? Were you hanging around older boys that were, rocking boob shoes, or were you just seeing people around rocking teeners and you're like, fuck yeah, I like that? Were you going into Foot Locker and you're going, fucking I like that pair? Just tell me, I just want to know, and it would be a good topic to bring up as how you got into it, sort of thing. I know we briefly talked about it, but I'd like to go into further detail about it.
Yeah, so my uncle, years and years ago, right, he had these, they were the TN, just the typical MX Plus, but they had a silver, a chrome tick, and then the lace tips were chrome. I don't know if you guys have seen them.
Nah,
I think.
No, yeah, I'm a bit brain
I'm chasing. They're leathers. I'm chasing them. If anyone's got a pair of those as well.
Clouds. Are they clouds?
Nah, but they've got the veins are leather as well.
Oh right.
They're embroidered. The veins are embroidered.
Yeah, I know the sort of pack. They're early on tans, from early 2000s. Yeah, I know.
And they got this mad crazy chrome shank looking kick, crazy, right? And I remember seeing them when I was a bit younger, and I thought these are killer, right? And then there was always a running thing, tans, and he was always rocking them, and I got my first pair off East Bay, and it was the last of the V8s. I really wasn't into the TNs and whatnot before then. The last of the V8s, and then started from that. Then started in the TN page, the OG TN talk.
Yep.
And then from there it was game over, man. I love them. I love the older pairs. I'm sure you guys can tell. Love my older pairs. And that's just sort of how it rolled. Then it ran from TNs into tailwinds, and then from tailwinds it's just sort of progressed into the other MXs as well, whether it be ones or different variations of the TNs. And yeah, man, that's sort of why I got into shoes initially.
Fuck yeah.
And it just kickstarted from there, mate. Now you're huge bloke in fucking communities and that. It's grouse. What is your Grail tailwind? I'm a huge tailwind head myself. I love fucking.
I've got my Grail tailwind. Luck, I can't believe I got it, man. Like, I think they were the first pair of tailwinds I ever saw. Because back in like 2016, like tailwinds were a Grail. Like they were top tier, impossible to get. Like you had to be careful because they were going to crumble or whatever. Because there was none of these new releases. Like you had to buy a pair from like 2012, right?
Yeah.
So finding them was like shit. Like this is ridiculous. But the first pair of tailwinds I ever saw was a pair of 2003 Jewels.
Oh, right.
Yeah. They're like full beige upper, and then they've got the pink vein fade from the bottom, pink to the top. I think is beige as well, and then they've got the pink jewel tick on the side. So I've got a women's 11 in them, and honest to God, I walked about 10Ks in them. They were fine, and about 2 or 3 months ago, they started going on me. So yeah, I'm not doing much with them at the moment.
Right.
Soul's gone, man.
So you thinking about getting a soul swap, or you thinking just collection piece?
This collection, man. I'm not touching them. They're my favorite pair, and I don't want to kill them like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for the soul swaps and making the olds like wearable again, but a pair like that, man, like all the veins are intact, and I don't know, the big bubbles, they suit it too much. Can't do it, man.
Yeah, no, that's
100%. Just keep the vintage look. Put it on the shelf. You know, something for show.
Yeah, actually, that's another one of the pairs that I'll never sell. Yeah.
You reckon if you found another set, you'd give a soul swap a go? Or maybe not you give the soul swap a go, but like
I'd probably grab them.
Yeah.
and just have 2 display pairs.
The more the merrier.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not into the soul swapping scene. If a pair goes, man, like I'd rather sell them than try swap them. Because there's also, I don't know if people have seen, but sometimes with the swaps, if the glue's too strong for the upper, it could like tear the mudguard and like it gets messy sometimes. So nah, man, like if they go, they go. Like their time's up. You know what I mean?
That's it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But pair of fucking jewels. That's your Grail. That is fucking that's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
An OG pair of Jailwinds. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, bro. Oh, I was like never the day that they went on me, but I mean it was to be expected, right? They're like 03 or something like that.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. If only in Tailwinds they brought out more colorways as they're doing for TN3s and that. If only they brought out more decent colorways, not so many shit colorways.
Bro, there's one that flew. Like, there's a couple that there's 2 pairs that I reckon flew under the radar a bit. Like in terms of the new releases, there was one pair with they were like white with blue and yellow piping. I don't know if you guys have seen them.
Oh yeah, I have seen those.
They're like they're like the Paradise TNs. They're off chops. I don't have a pair of those, but like I need to get myself a pair of those.
Yep.
And
Brendo's your man. Brendo's your man. Brendo's your man for that one.
You got a size 10?
No, I've got 12s. I collect in a 12s, but I can definitely find you a dead stock pair of 10s. That's no worries at all.
I'll hit you up after the episode, man.
Sweet.
And then there's also I think they're called blue lasers or something like that.
Blue lasers.
Yeah, I'm looking at the box now. White laser blue.
All right, yeah, and they came out with the pack of the TN3s, the Tailwinds, and another pair.
Oh, and they've got like a black sock liner. Yeah, actually, you know what they might have?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah, man, they fly under the radar. I love them.
So black sock liner.
It's like a beigey sock liner, but then around the sock liner, it's black.
Yep, and it's got a blue to white vein fade, and then on that upper, it's got black at the top, blue at the bottom, and then if you go on the left side of the shoe, so if you're looking at the right shoe, if you got the left side, on the bottom there's black blue than white fade.
Black on the veins, and then it goes blue and white on the veins. Yeah, that's right, man.
Yeah.
That pair.
Yeah, that and fucking I remember they came out and everyone was like, they're so ugly, they're fucking horrible, because everyone was so tunnel vision to those TN3s, and then look at them now. Everyone's like, fuck, I really want a pair of those Tailwinds because they're fucking dope.
They're
tunnel vision, man. Tunnel vision, yeah. I love I'm a huge Tailwind head myself. I mainly collect Tailwinds. I love them. I could talk about them for fucking ages. Talk about them for fucking
Well, don't get
ages.
this cunt started on his Tailwinds, man.
Even Shock Turbos, bro. I can talk about Shock Turbos for ages. But I also I love Red Crimsons. So they got the grey beige type upper. They got a light grey sock inliner, and then on the bottom they got the, I'd say, like a crimson bubble,
like
and
ready,
then I reckon they're
it's
fucking
like that pinky ready color, and it like fades up.
Yeah, and then they got the grey veins. I fucking
I know
love
the
them.
ones you're talking about.
Yeah, so I wear those two as personals, and then I've got a pair of Tailwind 5s that I was going to post. On my account, and I bought them at a DFO for, I'm not going to say the price, but a very, very good price. And they got a fucking crazy inner sole. It's like an OG pair it's like an OG style pair of like how you'd get them back in the day of the inner sole. It's like, I'll rip it out now, and it's like,
so fresh. I saw it. It's so fresh.
I need to see these, man, because I don't know. I love my Tailwinds as well, man. The 5s. Are these not the 5 plus, just the normal 5s?
Yeah, so MX Tailwind 5 SP. I'll send it. So if you look in the Discord chat right now, I'll send them.
Give me 1 second.
Bang, just sent them then, and then I'll show you this other photo I took from outside as well.
Yeah,
Pretty
mad, Brendo.
Yeah, so they got that spiral blue, man. Like it just reminds me of those OG pair of Tailwinds that you'd get, and they have the fucking crazy inner sole on them, and you go, fuck, bro, they've got some real attention to detail type of pair.
Yeah, I've actually got an OG pair of those in like triple white with a chrome shank, like a 2003 pair. So man, they're wild. That pair is off chops, man. Like between them and the 5 plus, man.
Tailwinds. I don't know what happened with Tailwinds. It seemed like it fell off very, very hectically. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. Really don't.
They pushed way too many colorways of way too quickly, man. Like they thought, I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah, they just pushed it way too hard, and like ultimately, like there's just that much stock that pairs going sale here, and I guess it just killed the whole hype for them. Because when they released, I remember the OG, like when they re-released, they released like that OG pair with the navy blue and white with orange piping.
Navy blue, white, orange piping.
Yeah, I forgot what they're called. But they're like a re-release.
Desert Oars? Not Desert Oars.
Nah. It was like one of the first pairs they released. They released like the Vault pair, like the white Vault.
Yep, and then
similar time they released that other pair.
They got the Habaneros and then the Vaults, the fucking Desert Oars. They were the first pairs, like those. They were the trio to release, and then after that, it was the Supreme Winds, and then it was the Paradises, and then it went on to something else, and then that's when the orange Ices came out in America, and then if you remember, so Tracksuit had a pair of those. They're not. Oh yeah, like Nick Tailwinds are like real like navy blue, bit of orange on them. So they got sampled, and then over in America, there's a khaki green.
Yeah. I know that pair, like the military looking pair.
Yeah, so that sample, the Nicks, was the actual khaki green. So they looked at the colorway and they liked it, but they changed it to the khaki green. So they got released, and then you can find them all over America, like all over there. They're going for 40, 50 USD because they sat on shelves hectically. Same as orange ices. I swear they're at all the outlets as well. And and then you got a couple women's colorways as well on top of that. What sat on shelves? Like I got 2 to 3 pairs that had no lids. Considering that's how you find out if they've been to an outlet or not. And man, they sat over there hectically over in America, and then they, as you said, they pumped them out way too quickly, and then that's when they looked at the sales and they're like, nah, this isn't going out well. So then they moved on. I'm assuming that's how it works out, but yeah, they moved on way too quickly.
I don't know what they were doing, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, can we get into the shocks real quick as well, man?
Well, are we talking about turbos, NZs?
Turbos. Oh, I own a couple of pairs of NZs, man. They're nice, but they're very wide. They just when you're looking down, they look wide.
I was thinking about grabbing a pair of NZs, and I wasn't sure how it would compare difference-wise. But so you're saying it's a bit more of a wide shoe.
When you're just looking down on them, without a doubt, man. Like, because it's just very plain. It's just leather.
Oh, like, so it's a bit bulky.
Well, I mean, if you get the leather pair, but yeah, like it's a bit bulkier and they fit a bit smaller, I find, as well, compared to like your turbo shocks. I feel like with the turbo shocks, they do fit a bit big. I don't know if you guys find that compared to like PMs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Turbo shocks are a one of a kind shoe. It's fucking very hard to find the fuckers, and when you do, you got to watch out for the fuckers because, man, like considering a lot of the shock turbos I find, a lot of the shock bit separates from the uppers. You gotta be very, very careful. Yeah, I've done 2 to 3 restos on a pair where the actual bottom of the shock part. So you got the tread and then you got the shock that is fully separated. And you got to watch out from the midsole between the tread and the uppers doesn't split in half and crack. And then theoretically that's not wearable, so you can't really sell a shoe like that for full price. So you got to be very, very careful. It's very thin ice of shock turbo, so that's why I haven't been posting too many because it's like
they're the pair. Can I just say, like, these are literally the pairs. I've got 2 pairs of shock turbos now, both women's 11, right? They're the only, they're my most worn pairs of shoes, without a doubt.
They're so comfy. So comfy.
I didn't know they had that wearability issue.
Yeah, so be very careful with pairs from 08. Like considering they're 14 years old, coming up to 14 years old, of course they're going to have wearability issues, but just be very, very careful. Always make sure because they came out, I'm pretty sure they came out from 2006 all the way up to 2000 and I think it was 15, maybe 16. Let me have a look.
Oh, wow, was it that long?
Yeah, so they came out with IDs later on. So I got a pair of IDs here, and they came out at 2016 of IDs. But I only think IDs introduced in I think it was 2011, somewhere around that, give or take. But I only find IDs after 2011, 2012. So it's very thin water with shock turbos. That's why I haven't been posting too many because you get a pair and wherever you get them from America, like if you get them from Arizona or you get them from a very hot desert type of America, they're fucked. They're just, the glue's dried up. You get vein cracks. They're just absolutely fucked. And then if you get them in a very cold part of America, they're all good. You tend to find that the midsole may crumble, but everything else is all good. You just got to find that happy medium, and it's fucking hard to find that happy medium. I'm not yet to find that.
Both my pairs, man. Like I wear these pairs. Like I don't just put them on, walk around the house, and then take them off. Like I'm going out. Like I'm going on walks, and because I didn't know this was like a thing, right? And now I'm looking at them and I guess I'm lucky they're sweet, right?
Yeah.
I've got a pair from 03, man. I'm scared to wear them.
Nah, wear them, bro. Wear them because, man, you'll regret it. You'll fucking, you'll hold on to them for ages and then they won't be wearable because you're not moving the molecules around. You're not making them more firm. and you go, fuck, I should have worn them.
No,
100%
like the
wear
older
them.
pairs, man. Like if they're not dead stock, I'll like wear them around the house just to make sure that they, don't fall apart. But like this pair, man, like when I don't know, have you had many pairs like older pairs crumble on you?
I just sent a photo to
Oh, yeah,
Discord if you want to have a look.
Oh,
So they're from 2007. I got them from a very warm part of America.
yeah.
And I've also got this other pair. I'm selling them to a mate of mine, and I'm fully re-glued them, and they're from 2008. It's hugely hit and miss. I've also got another pair here. Oh, fucking that! It always happens to me out of everyone, but
I'm yet to have a pair of turbo shocks that have gone fucked on me. So touch wood, but
definitely touch wood. So I've got a pair of 2007s here, and the whole tread plate's gone. I've only got the rubber here. The whole shock bit's gone. The whole midsole's gone. The suede upper is deteriorating. Excuse me. It's fucking hugely hit and miss with some. Like you get some and you go, fuck yeah, these are firm as, nothing's wrong with them. And then you get some and you go, fuck, these look alright, and you start to play around with them, and all you hear is a pop, and you go, fuck off. You thinking, you go, no, this cannot be happening. Mind me, it's annoying, but it's like, fuck, well, I'm playing with a 13-year-old shoe. What do I expect? Sort of thing. I'm not buying them straight from Foot Locker where they should be perfectly fine.
Yeah,
I'm 100%, man.
Yeah, it's real rough waters with shock turbos, but I love them. I love them, and I'll keep on buying them even though they keep on crumbling. I'll still buy them because I fucking love looking at them. Love it. I'll send another pair to the Discord chat, and I'll post them on Grail Talk for everyone who
anyone listening
loves
in.
them.
Any imagery that we have, they'll be seen on our Instagram over at grailtalk.au. So Baz, do you want to take it on to the next topic?
I actually wanted to continue on with the shocks for a little bit.
Yeah, not long, but that's all
the
sweet.
shocks. I'm a massive fan. I've recently got into them. I've seen them in the past, but the Turbo Shock 7s. They are tough as fuck. I'll send you guys a flick. There was a 9.5 pair that recently sold. You probably would have saw in Brendo. They're on eBay. And fuck, man, if they were 0.5 bigger, I would have snagged them up. I love them. I reckon they are so tough. Just now. Have a look at those, Dante, bro. They are tough. They are really tough.
What a shape.
They're really nice. I really rate those ones. Like the sevens are cool. Like they're just different to the fives. I just reckon they look so tough. Really cool pair. Different as well.
Are the fives the more common pair that everyone seems to like?
Yeah.
I think that's the pair that I've got a couple of pairs of those, I think.
Yeah.
Of the fives. Yeah, wowza. What's this? There's a blue and white pair. That's wild with the lines running through
them. Send a flick.
I don't know. It's just where it got sent into the.
No, it's Brendo's pair.
Oh yeah.
So they're I'm pretty sure, and don't quote me on this, whoever's listening.
Sorry, not the fives. Actually, the sixes. My bad. Not the five. The sixes.
So the pair I sent to the group chat is a pair of shock turbos that I think are European exclusive. I've never seen them in America, never, and I've been looking for shocks for at least a year and a bit. I know people who sell shock turbos, and they are yet to sell a pair. So I think those ones, they're European exclusives. I've actually seen one person sell a pair, and that was 3 years ago, and he was fetching, I think it was like 300 quid or like 200, 250 quid for him. So it's crazy, man, how the prices have changed. But it's just, very, very, very hard pair to get. That pair is. They're very different, mind me. They're very they're fucking different. But I fucking love them. I love them.
Yeah, man, I love them as well, to be honest. I've never seen them before, bro.
I've got the European guy's name, but he's very, very very wholesome bloke, very nice bloke, and I messaged him if he still had them or had any other pairs for sale, and he's like, nah, I can't really find them anymore. So I think they're getting more extinct because when I find them over wherever I find them, sort of thing, they're always clapped out silly, always clapped out, or they just got very horrendous ID colorways, very horrendous, very
Very hard to find a nice pair of IDs, honestly.
Yeah, I found a decent one. I found a couple decent ones. Not spot on, not the greatest, but still alright. I think Coots Loot had a fucking fresh ID pair. I'll get up their account now. Bang, called Dragons. It's their 28th of August post. They've got a red tick, black outline. So the top of the veins are black going to a white uppers. They got a red shock bit. Fucking heater set. Absolute heater. So there's some fucking dope IDs. Even the pair above it, that's what I sold to Coots Loot. Mind me, you get ID pairs that say some whack shit. So I got a pair that says Todd.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Todd.
So I've got a pair that says Todd, and whenever I wear them, people look at them and go, who the fuck is Todd? But it is what it is. And then the guy's name on Coots Loot's pair is John, and that's the red to black fade, and then black tick, red outline, red shock bit. So fucking heater sets, but you can find some ugly fuckers out there, no doubt. Find some ugly motherfuckers.
For sure. Anyway, Dante, I'm curious, what would be, I was going to say top 3, but we can go handful amount. What would be your top pairs that you've never owned and you would love to get your hands on? Regardless if it's women's 12 or whatever.
I've had a lot, eh?
Yeah, no doubt, bro, no doubt.
Man,
if there's any pairs that you want to tick off, what would they be?
Man, I've had most pairs of Asics. So I don't know. I've had all the light shows. Like I've had, you know what I mean. Like I've had.
You've had what every man could fucking dream of.
I've had all the Grails, man. Like I've had dead stock corals, like grapes, Tiffany's. Like you know what I mean. Like
yeah,
and the lemons as well. So like, there's a women's.
This man is no stranger to Grails.
Yeah, that's it.
There's a women's pair of TN8s. They've got a white. I mean, they've got a light blue like theme through them, and I've never seen a pair for sale. So yeah, if I could get my hands on a pair of those. I mean, you guys probably don't even know what they look like.
I think I got an idea. I think I saw someone in one of the TN groups had like a women's 9 or something, like really, really small.
Yeah.
I'll try and get it up. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of the same ones.
Yeah, it might be. They're a rare pair. So I'd say those. I'd say I've never had a pair of fades. So there's all this hype about like the fades. So I'd love to get my hands on a pair of those.
Yeah, pair.
Yeah. Oh, people go on about them, eh?
Yeah, bro. I regret selling my pair for sure.
Do you reckon they're better than the Tides? I don't know. People reckon that the yellows.
I think Tides are better personally.
Yeah. See, I fuck with me fades. I reckon they're pretty tough. But don't get me wrong, the Tides are mint. But I think I'm more on the fades side of the fence.
Actually, I you know what the Grail is the raspberries.
Ooh.
Like I think they're 98 or 99.
Yeah.
99. Raspberries, they're the Grail, man. Like they're the ultimate. They're next level.
I'll send a flick through. It's this pair on the right. I think it might be, but they're very, very it'd be very similar. I think. 1 second. This pair on the right, they're kind of like my brightness on my phone's a bit down, but I think we're kind of similar. If not, I might be completely wrong, but they kind of got like that
No. The
TN8 is
TN8s, man.
8s,
Oh, word.
not 7.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
still tough, but they're still
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
hectic.
You've got to
TN7s
love
are
your
off
7s.
chops, man. Yeah, I've had a few pairs of those.
My bad on that, eh?
How's the
Yeah.
comfort on them, Dante? Like, are they?
Oh
do they live
man,
it?
you don't
do they-
understand. They are
Oh,
off chops, man. Like comfort wise, they're up there with the best, without a doubt. Um, the only thing with those is like I had the black and blue pair, like from 2000 and oh man, I don't want to get this wrong because I had them like years ago, maybe like 2004, 2005, maybe 2006. I can't really remember. They were black upper with blue like I don't know what you call those things
dots.
on the upper dots. Yeah, the blue dots.
Yeah.
Yeah, had those, man. They like crumbled on me. Then I had the yellow pair as well, and then I had a white pair, which like white pair of leathers, man. They were all like comfort wise ridiculous.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I wanna.
Proper Grails.
Yeah, they are proper fucking. They are probably one of the like that's my grail on top of fucking shock turbos, tailwinds. I want them retroed out of everything because
Man,
I rate them highly.
if they can keep the pad, like I know they're not going to do it, man. But if they can keep the padding the same as it was, like in 2000, whenever they were released, 2006 or whatever it was, then they'll be next level. Like if you try on a pair of the OGs, like you won't believe it. Like they're literally like they're ridiculous.
And this is, but in all honesty, though, I think they will, because with the BWs, they gave it a crack. I've seen posts about the BWs and how they have that similar padding on the tongue, similar padding on the heel. And with the Tailwind 5 SPs that I have, they still have that, OG. They still have good padding on them. Don't mind me. Like, they still have very good padding on them. And they have that comfort there. Like, I could rock them all day and not have sore feet, nothing like that. Nothing like the new Windows. I get sore feet while trying them on. They're a brick to walk in. But like with the fives, Tailwind 5s, they still have those OG inner soles. So I think when they retro them, I do think that they'll actually keep it OG as they were, because they did it with the BWs, they did it with the Tailwind 5s, they did it with the quad pack retro. They actually did those OG the OG inner soles, how it has that TN and it has the air bubble on the bottom of the inner sole. So I do think if they really clicked on and if they fucking actually put some effort into it, I do think they can get it very similar to how it was back in the day.
You'd hope so, man. You'd hope so. Because have you guys anyone had an OG pair in hand?
I've never had a pair of 7s, but I really want them.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, man. Oh man, like when you get if you come across a pair or you ever get a pair in your possession, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Like, I'd say they were probably, if not more comfortable than the old TNs that people go on about in terms of comfort. Like, they were honestly up there.
Could you compare them to Asics? Like, would you say TN7s are more comfortable than Asics?
I'd say it depends on what you look for in comfort, right? If you're looking at, I feel like Asics are comfortable in the way of they're comfy when you're walking, like the way your foot rolls whilst you're walking, running, whatever. That's what makes Asics comfortable. Like that, a little bit firm, but it's also a little.
You're cutting out, brother.
Sorry.
No, that's all right, bro.
Yeah, sorry. Like the midsoles are a little bit firm, but they're a little bit giving at the same time. On the Asics, that's what people look for in terms of comfort.
Yep.
But with the TN 7s and stuff, it's actually the padding of the upper, the way that the material hugs your foot, but is breathable at the same time. It's I don't know. I feel like the cushioning is what makes the TN7s comfortable, whereas the way your foot rolls and the way that Asics promote you walking is what makes them comfortable as well. So it's
Yeah, it's more about like active wearability when it comes to Asics.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
It's sick. That's sick. I've never thought of it. Never thought of it like that.
Yeah. Because when you
Yeah,
think of it, like TNs are a lot bulkier as well, than Asics. Asics are typically like a lot lighter. You know, the uppers are a lot more breathable. Like the materials are a lot like thinner. Yeah, but I mean,
They got that
it's
breathable mesh. They got that very thin mesh that's still breathable, like free runs. Free runs are extremely breathable, extremely light. That's why a lot of people like running in OG free runs. That's why I don't find too many pairs of OG free runs. Like my me, I don't know how everyone's finding these OG Asics and shit. I don't fucking understand it. I can't wrap my head around it. How people find like 6 pairs of fucking Tiffany's when I can barely find 1 pair of dead stock US 10 free runs. Can't wrap my head around it. Can't, but it's just like, what the fuck? But yeah,
Brendo,
like,
a magician will never reveal their secrets.
I know, but it's just like, get off it, cunt. Like, I just want a pair of fucking OG free runs, and I fucking can't find a pair. And, you know, you see, I saw someone post fucking like 6 pairs of Skittles. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, how the fuck do you find 6 pairs of Skittles, cunt? Like,
Shout out to Melbourne Kicks.
there we go.
We know it was you, bro. We know it was you.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't shout out your name. I fucking saw the post and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, how the fuck do you find that many pairs? That is fucked up to a next fucking level. But I can't even find a pair of fucking US 10 free runs, man. Like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit. It is bullshit. But good on him. Good on that bloke for finding those pairs, and good on him for hunting for them. And it's fucking. It's hard. It gets real hard some days, but you just fucking go through it. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so, big shout out to everyone, you know, who's out there, you know, contributing Grails to the scene and helping our scene, you know, grow more. And today was an absolute pleasure to have Dante on. Dante, do you have any last words before we wrap it up?
Oh, you know, thanks for having me on. You know, it was great to have a chat with the boys, and yeah, if you have any like if you see anything you like on the page, whatever, don't be afraid to shoot me a message, and thanks for having me on, boys.
No,
sweet.
all right.
Sweet. It's been a good yarn as
you for coming
always.
on. Yeah, just as you all probably listening in, you know, we're all resellers here, and Dante, one of the biggest in the game. So you know you're shopping with complete trust and complete customer satisfaction. Big ups to everyone who listened in. Big ups to Dante for coming on and sharing his knowledge and his insight on his journey with us. Huge shout out to Brendo and Baz. All love, boys. All love for sticking
All
it
good,
through.
brother.
Always.
Like we always say, you can check all the visuals out at grailtalk.au over on Instagram. Baz, anything else to say?
No, brother, pretty good. I'm chilling. Good chat as always. You know, we always talk about the best and talk to the best. So
Yeah, we try to keep it brief, but you know, we could sit here talking for years. But we try and keep it. We try and keep it top quality. So Brendo, anything else?
Nah, man. It's what I said is spot on of everything, and fucking thank you very much for jumping on the podcast. And you know, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and it's been a pleasure to fucking see your perspective on the community, and you know, have a chin wag. It's always good fun. Always good fun to have a chin wag.
yeah, bro, it's always good. Always good.
100%. So everyone listening in, thank you so much. We've got some massive episodes coming up. We got a special event coming up that we still got under wraps, but be tuned for that. And thank you for checking in. We'll catch you next week. Laters.